Over the weekend, one of the most exciting events of the entire NBA offseason occurred, that being the draft, where over 60 players from around the world have their dreams come true of finally getting to play at the highest level. Now, many draft experts believe that this draft has the potential to become one of the better draft classes in recent memory, and I personally think it very well could be with the talent at the top. What's going on, everybody? It's Jelly J NBA here, back with another video in which I will be grading each pick of the NBA lottery from the 2021 draft. But before we get into things though, if you guys are new here and just happen to scroll across this video, consider subscribing for daily NBA content just like this. Up first, we have the Detroit Pistons selecting Cade Cunningham number 1 overall. After the draft lottery commenced late last month, Pistons fans and their front office were exuberant to be able to select Cade at the top. As a player, Cunningham is a franchise-changing offensive orchestrator with the ability to not only create for himself, but create for others. I give this pick a grade of an A+ for not only how well Cunningham already is as a prospect, but how easy I think it will be for the Pistons to build around him. With the second overall pick, the Houston Rockets selected Jalen Green, and the grade here for me is a B+. Green is the superior scoring option that the Rockets very much needed, but still has some holes to fill in his game on both sides of the ball. Now, I do believe Jalen Green will be a very good NBA player, but the grade here is more affected by the two guys he's sandwiched in between rather than himself. Up next, the Cleveland Cavaliers selected Evan Mobley, number 3 overall. For me, this is another A+ pick and one that has the chance to finally push the Cavs back into contention. Mobley is already a very polished big man with his diverse offensive toolset, but may be even better on the defensive side of the ball. The Cavs, as we know, were one of the worst interior defensive teams in the league last season, so Mobley will come in and be an X factor right away. With the 4th overall pick, the Toronto Raptors selected Scottie Barnes. This is the pick where many people believe the draft could change, and the Raptors did just that. Now, Barnes is a unique player who has great defensive capabilities along with playmaking at his size, but Toronto had the chance to draft Kyle Lowry's replacement at number 4 and chose not to, and for that, I have to give this pick a grade of a D+. At number 5 overall, the Magic selected Jalen Suggs. For me, this pick gets a grade of a B, simply because of how Jalen Suggs dropped to a team like Orlando, who just continually needs to stock young talent for their rebuild. They may have a hard time figuring out how to rotate between Cole Anthony and Markelle Fultz and now Suggs, but this could end up being a pick with some extreme value. Up next, we have the Oklahoma City Thunder, who selected Australian point guard Josh Giddey. For me, this pick gets a grade of a C- and really is the one that surprised me the most throughout the entire lottery. Giddey was a projected lottery pick, but for the Thunder to take him here at 6 when I think there were better players available hurts their grade. With the 7th overall pick, the Golden State Warriors selected Jonathan Kuminga. The Warriors are one of the few teams in the lottery that are looking to contend next season with the return of Klay Thompson, and I think Jonathan Kuminga is a guy that can help them win from day one. His athleticism will carry him on the defensive end, and with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, he will have ample time to develop his offensive game, and with that, this pick gets a grade of an A. With their second pick in the lottery, the Orlando Magic selected Franz Wagner, number 8 overall. This pick gets a grade of a B from me. Although the Magic could have went a different route with this pick, they definitely did need some depth in the front court, and Wagner is someone that can provide just that as a 6'10 big man who can defend and stretch the floor. Up next, we have the Sacramento Kings selecting Davion Mitchell, number 9 overall. Along with the Jalen Suggs pick at number 5, I think Davion Mitchell is another player that can provide tons of value at the spot that he was selected. He's a defensive-minded point guard who shot over 56% from 3 in college, and although the Sacramento Kings drafted Tyrese Halliburton just 1 year ago, getting a player like Davion Mitchell who can come in and play a huge role towards the end of the lottery is a great pick, which gives them a grade of an A from me. After trading up from the number 17th pick to the number 10th pick, the Memphis Grizzlies selected Stanford forward Zaire Williams at number 10 overall. And for me, I think this was a bit of a reach for the Grizzlies, which is why I'm going to give it a grade of a C+. Williams was a guy who was projected to go in the first round, but I don't think many people expected him to go within the top 10. I know the Grizzlies have hit on so many draft picks over the past couple of years, but this is one that I think they might end up looking back on. After landing Rookie of the Year LaMelo Ball in last year's draft, the Charlotte Hornets selected James Bouknight at number 11 overall. This pick for me is another solid pick in a value spot. Bouknight is a shooting guard who can relieve LaMelo Ball of his load offensively, and although he struggled to shoot the three in his final season at UConn, I think he will project to be a better shooter in the NBA than many people believe. For this, the Hornets get a grade of B. At number 12 overall, the San Antonio Spurs find themselves in the lottery, which is a site that we know is very unfamiliar. Here, they selected Alabama shooting guard Joshua Primo. Similarly to the Grizzlies pick at number 10, I just don't think that this was a name that many NBA fans expected to hear this early in the draft. Although Primo was a great shooter in college, shooting almost 40% from 3 in the SEC, I think the Spurs could have had better players here, and for that, I'll give them a grade of C. With the 13th pick, the Indiana Pacers selected Chris Duarte. Duarte is considered one of the best 3-and-D prospects from this class, and something that the Pacers could definitely use after losing Aaron Holiday and potentially losing Doug McDermott to free agency. I give this pick a grade of a B+, and I think that Duarte is one of the rookies that can make one of the biggest impacts right away for the team that drafted him. Rounding out the lottery, the Golden State Warriors selected Moses Moody at number 14 overall. Moody was someone who many people thought would go a lot higher than the pick that he was selected at, and he just happens to fall to a team in Golden State who is very much known for getting steals in the draft. As a perimeter shot creator, Moody can provide some much needed minutes when Steph Curry and Klay Thompson aren't on the floor, and for this, I'm going to give the Warriors a grade of A. And that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to let me know what you guys think about your team's pick in the lottery in the comment section down below. And if your team wasn't picking in the top 14, also let me know who you guys think will be the biggest steal from this draft class. As always, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.